Yo guys, and welcome back to Ace. Today we're going to be talking about transfer news. Every week I will try to do weekly once, maybe two if you're lucky, but I'll try to do at least weekly once where I'm going to talk about transfer news, latest transfer news and everything like that. So without further ado, let's start. The first up we have is from Barcelona. João Cancelo is set to complete a permanent move to Barcelona. The transfer is regarded as done with the defender, expected to sign a 2-year contract, and Barcelona are now preparing to officially announce the agreement. I think this is a good signing for Barcelona, and obviously, he's a good defender. He's a good right back. I think right back, yeah, good right back. And coming with Barcelona, the one I actually want to talk about is Adeyemi, who is out of contract in June 2027 from Borussia Dortmund. He is linked with Barcelona. He wants to go there. The personal teams are agreed. Barcelona is now going to set an official bid to Adeyemi. So let's see how he goes for. I think might be, seeing how much players are going for. He's 24, attacking midfielder. Maybe 50, 60 million, I think could be. He is a good player. I do like Adeyemi. I have seen him, not seen him play a lot, but I've seen like his records and stuff like that when I was obviously making this video. And also I know the player before as well, and he is a good lad. And I think in Barcelona he could do well. And Barcelona, I think, are bringing a squad this season again, and they already have a ridiculous team. And I think they want to go for the UCL. I think they're trying to build a team which goes for the UCL. Obviously, they've lost Lewandowski, and they are trying to go for a striker. So let's see who they got. They were going for Kane at one point, but Kane obviously wants to stay at Bayern Munich. Then we're going to go with Atletico Madrid, who have gone with Morten Hugmelin, Danish midfielder, and he is going to. His deal is done. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano has done the here we go. 40 million euros plus add-ons. And I was looking at his record. He plays for Sporting, and he has a very good record. He's 8 rated on FootMob, 3 goals, 4 assists. Apparently, he's quite good at duels and stuff as well. And I don't know a lot about him, but looking at his stats and stuff, he looks very good. And obviously, I am going to come to Manchester United, and I don't get it. Why do they not go for these type of players? Even I would say Chelsea as well. But I think Chelsea will. Chelsea are good, linked with good players, but I'm gonna go with United. United, I don't know what United are doing, but I will talk about them in a bit. And I'm happy they don't know what they're doing, and I hope their strategy fails, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna get mocked by United fans, which I don't want to happen. But let's talk about Atletico Madrid. I think Hudgmerland is a good signing. Looking at his stats and everything, what I saw, he looks like a solid midfielder, and he could do well for Aleti. Now we are going to move on to the Premier League. The big one, the Manchester United, are yet to decide whether to pursue a move for Bournemouth midfielder Alex Scott, which was also one of their inspiring players. Also, they wanted to go with Tushimini, but recently news broke out from Fabrizio. He has signed a contract till 2031 with Real Madrid, so he's staying there. He's not leaving Real Madrid. And now with Alex Scott, the cost of the deal. The club is hesitant, which we have heard about with Tonali, with Matheus Fernandes, with everyone. If I was a United fan, I would be so frustrated. I would lose my mind. If Chelsea were doing something like this, I'd lose my mind. Matheus Fernandes, Tonali, Tushimini, Alex Scott, and then who did they go for? A bench player from my team, Andre Santos. And I see United fans actually backing this as well. And I see Chelsea fans crying over it. And I'm like, am I dumb? Am I don't know football? Am I the one who's lost a brain? A bench warmer. A bench warmer who hasn't even played that many games for Chelsea. He doesn't start over Caicedo and Enzo, and we still have able to get 50 million plus 10% for him. That's just, we've scammed him. Even if he does well, oh well, cool. But what time will he do well? He might, first season, might smash it. Who knows? But he is a bench player. We haven't played him a lot. And the thing is, even the games he got because Lavia is made of glass. If Lavia was fit and fine, I think the other games, Lavia would have played mostly. But because he's made of glass, Andrew Santos got slightly more game time. But still, I think he's good and he has potential, but spending 50 mil on a bench player is quite a lot. And I think that's crazy. And yeah, and they don't have any issue here. They had issue spending 90 with Tonali. They had issue spending money for, of course, as I talked about, Alex Scott. They have issue spending money on Martinez Fernandez. I get it. They're way more expensive and anything. Andrew Santos is cheaper. But what are you doing? We've bought him for 12 mil, and we've literally, basically, they scammed us Garnacho for 40 mil, and we have literally just recovered all the money back. He could do well. He could smash it, but it is a bit of, I don't get it. Any United fans, please comment down below if you think this is a good deal. I genuinely don't think. I think we robbed you. Next up, we have is Arsenal. I don't know how true this is. Do let me know down below. I know about Deckers, but I didn't know about Saka. But Arsenal are not expected to have Saka, Rice, or Saliba available until the first international break, regardless of how far they progress at this World Cup. The club are keen to give all the three players an extended period of rest after the tournament, with none expected to feature before the beginning of October, which means they will miss the City game Community Shield, which is not bad, Coventry City, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Sunderland, Brighton. And this is reported from Now Arsenal. I think it's like a fan page or something. But yeah, which is quite amazing because these are the three tough, like big players: Saliba, Deckers, thingy. But this just shows maybe how tough their squad is and how bigger they're going for the squad, and it shows the depth. They are increasing the depth, and now I get a why also they might be resting these players, especially Deckers and stuff, because coming on to my next one, Arsenal are preparing the official new bid for Bruno Guimarães. Arteta wants him. 55 million already rejected. 65 million package also rejected. Now it's between 65 and 90 million. Could accelerate the talks. Bruno told Newcastle last week that he wants Arsenal, but he's not fussed about it. It's up to the. He doesn't want to create any fuss. It's up to the, what you say, club. I generally think this deal is definitely happening after what Fabrizio Romano has just reported what's coming from Newcastle. And also, I just want to quickly say, I get why he's going for Bruno Gomes, because that's why he's going for Bruno, because he's resting Deckers till October, and he needs someone who can do well in that position. And Bruno Gomes literally plays that position. And also, they're going for other wingers. As I said, Saka might not play, Saliba might not play, and I've heard other areas they're trying to do well. Defense-wise, I think they already got Timber and loads of other good players as well. And yeah, it shows why Arsenal are champs and why they are going to compete again for the league. And I'm scared of them. And most likely the UCL. And I think resting the players is a good idea because when I see the games, they could be tough. You never know, never count down. But most of these games are easy, so they could easily play the teams. And also, they're buying more players like Bruno Gomes. If they get Gomes, that is a great replacement for Deckers till he comes back, and then he starts on as well. And their midfield is already looks so good, and this will just make it more better. And maybe they could challenge for the UCL. I don't want them to win the UCL as a Chelsea fan, but I'm here to report news. What else? And as I was saying, I think that deal is definitely going to happen because Newcastle are now closing on Johan Manzambi, who also plays in the midfield, exactly the same position Bruno plays. He plays a centre defensive midfielder. He can play a centre mid. He can play attacking. He can play left wing. He can play striker, right wing. But his prominent position is defensive midfielder. Whereas Bruno's, I think, is just the midfield. Is his prominent, but he can play TM. Whereas Manzambi, and I think this is a very good deal by Newcastle. And for 60 million euros, it's very good because he's performing well in the World Cup. And not just that, he also performed very well in the Bundesliga. I think his team was Freiburg. Yeah, Freiburg. I just saw his stats and stuff, and he generally performed well. And I've heard of him before. I think I saw him play in the Swiss shirt, and he looked very good, Manzambi. And I think this is a good deal. He's 20-year-old. He's young. And I think that's a good replacement for Bruno Gomes. And at the same time, if Arsenal get Bruno, that's a good thing. Because it works for both of them. Because Bruno is quite old. Not quite old, but he's like in his prime age, you can say 28. And Arsenal already have someone like Deckers. So he's a good like side one that they can play on or they can play together. And it's a good one to get there. He's a good player to have for depth. And Manzambi, on the other hand, is a good player for Newcastle. It's a young guy, young player. who can grow in, get the energy, can play in so many positions, which I think are crucial for Newcastle that they need as well. And yeah, and with Bruno, most likely I think he's gonna go for like, I think they're gonna push for 80 or 90. If they're buying Manzambi for 60 million euros, 110%, which might be like, I think that's 50 million pounds or 55 million pounds, they definitely are gonna push like for 65 or 90. And that's another thing I wanna say. They also bought someone else, same price range. Think you bought Santos, Manzambi, who's genuinely looks so good and promising. Why could he not get that? And even my team, but my team, I think we already have Enzo and Caicedo. We just need one or two more. Like I would love if we could go to Shamini. Apparently, we're linked to Alex Scott as well. But currently, there's no Chelsea news, so I'm not gonna. I always push my team in because it's my team. But yeah, and that was all the news is. I genuinely think Gomes to Arsenal is a good signing, and I think they will get him. Manzambi to Newcastle is an amazing signing as well. Adiemi to Barcelona, I think, is a very good signing, and I think they're doing good. Electrico, the midfield they got, is a very good signing. Just this one, I don't know, mate. I'm happy. I'm gassed. I'm over the moon because we've got the 50 mil which we can use for someone good and get some good players. And we do need to sell more players. We have so many players that we don't need, and we need to sell as much as we can so we can invest more in new players. Enzo, it looks like Enzo's gonna stay, which I don't mind. He is a good player. He gets on my nerves sometimes because of his ego and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, I want to leave. What he starts doing well, and I want to leave now, and that pisses me off. His wife is very nice though because she was like, nah, he's staying in Chelsea and stuff like that. So hopefully his chance has convinced this baboon head, and he stays and he does well. Because it doesn't mean you go to Real Madrid does not mean you are automatically going to smash it there. You got so much pressure. You got so much players. Stay at Chelsea. Become a Chelsea boy. Become a Chelsea legend. Why don't you want to do that? Why don't you want to become a Lampard at Chelsea rather than going Real Madrid, where you have to work your ass off to even start for the flipping team because they have such a good midfield? There's been so many Chelsea players that have gone there. Some have done well. Rudiger's done well. Courtois done well. Cucurella's gone there, and I think I wish the best of luck. But there's been people like Hazard who hasn't done well. Hazard obviously injury killed him. And for Enzo, I'm saying like there's going to be too much competition. They already have competition in the midfield, so I don't get it if it's going to be heated. Whereas in Chelsea, you're already doing well. It's a work in progress. That's what I'm saying. Will you rather go into a team which is full stud of stars and struggle, or become a star yourself in a team? Make this team win trophies. Make this team win leagues, or go in a star-studded team who is already so good and try to make your space. I think that's one of the most dumbest things some footballers do because they heard the name like Real Madrid. Oh my god, bro, come on, you have to be smart enough. So I hope his wife gave him some sense and he understood. I know, yeah, I diverted a little bit, but that's all for today's newses, and I will be back soon. Until then, peace, and like, share, subscribe.